The big international story we're tracking, she's the most wanted woman in France. The hunt is on for the partner of one of the Paris gunmen, Hayat Boumeddiene, who is believed to have fled the country even before the serial strikes began. Headlines today travel to the Paris suburb, where Hayat in fact lived along with her late partner. French police believes she is in Syria and is armed and dangerous. The 26-year-old is reported to have married one of the gunmen, Amedy Coulibaly, who stormed a Jewish store and killed 4 hostages there last week. Over to Lavina Tandon for this exclusive ground report.
I'm standing outside the residence area of Hayat Boumeddiene, where she used to live with Amedy Coulibaly. People here say that she lived here since 3 years almost, and Amedy, after they got married and got married through nikah, he also used to reside with her for about for the past 1.5 to 2 years. This is about half an hour from the center of Paris, a suburb of Paris called Fontenay-de-Aux, and people here, when we came, are really now tired of journalists and police attention at this point in time. They have actually almost been hostile. When I was shooting inside, they called the police and they didn't want people here. They're tired of the attention that they have been getting. But unofficially, however many people I have spoken to, including people who know the neighbors and the neighbors, they had no clue that these two had any such thing going in their minds, or they were very good people. They said helping people, quiet, never untoward incident happened in relation to them, and all that they got to know about all this is through media, and it came as an absolute surprise. And now they feel quite tired of all the attention that they have been getting. As we know, Hayat Boumeddiene now actually must be in Syria. That's what the last information has been, and she might have been in Syria all the while, all through all the attacks that have happened. But still, she happens and will be a very strong and important link to the series of entire events, because now introspection is going to happen within France, within the France security, to really understand and realize what and where they went wrong to have missed people who were under surveillance just 6 months before this incident happened, and they were taken off surveillance. As far as Hayat goes, she is 26-year-old, married to Amedy, and now in Syria. She used to work as a cashier, but after she took to niqab, she had to lose her job because niqab is not allowed in official places here in Paris, and she stayed with him. She was an accomplice. We know she was in constant touch with the younger brother's wife, Kouachi brother. Constantly 500 calls happened over a year. In the last few days, 100 calls happened between these two women, and so apparently they were complice and they knew about the entire plan, and maybe the plan was executed through them, and therefore Hayat Boumeddiene becomes a very important link in this entire investigation. Lavina Tandon for Headlines Today from Fontenay-de-Aux from Paris.
All right, Lavina Tandon now joins us live from Paris. Lavina, you know, that's a crucial report that you filed about Hayat. She's believed to be in Syria, but you're also saying that she is an important person in, you know, as far as the investigations go, she's an accomplice in the shooting. Lavina, could you give us some clarity on whether she was in fact in Paris and managed to escape back to Syria, or, you know, the entire duration of this attack taking place in Paris over the course of those 3 days, she was in fact in Syria itself?
No, now the latest reports are that she definitely was in fact crossing Paris as Amedy, her husband, was shooting in Montrouge, and then of course in the kosher shop. So she had a ticket on the 2nd of January from Madrid to from Istanbul, and she was crossing possibly Syria on the 8th when this entire shooting was happened. She was due back on 9th of January. She had a ticket back to France, which of course after all that had happened she did not take, and her last phone signal was tracked in Syria. Now why I say she is a crucial factor in this entire series of events is because the 500 calls that have happened, surely between these two groups, it seems like they have executed or exchanged crucial information through these two women, and women women recruits have been a very latest trend with these because they help to be very good covers, and possibly they were used as covers. Apart from that, she has been with Amedy all through. She has even been seen using weapons, has visited extremist leaders in 2010 and has been interrogated after that because Amedy then went to jail. So she is an important link, and she's the only alive person. All three of them are dead. She's the only person alive to say how they got hold of these Kalashnikovs, hand grenade, and all the series of sophisticated weapons. Also, who financed them? Because when I went yesterday to their Fontenay aux Rouges, the place where they live is not a social housing place. It's a private a compound where the rent of the place is 1,000 to 1,500 euros, and she has been living there for 3 years. We know she didn't have a job as a cashier. So it's interesting to know where she was getting all this finance from.
Well, there are several questions, Lavina, in this entire terror puzzle that continue to remain unanswered, and that perhaps will lead, to some leads in this case. But that woman on your screens at this point in time is one of the most wanted women in France. Lavina Tandon is going to continue to track investigations on that big terror strike. We, of course, will continue to bring you all the latest first here on Headlines Today. Thanks, Lavina, for joining us with that update.